Welcome back, you guys. As you seen in the last clip, I just enjoyed my last maple bacon donut I got from Duck Donuts. Now I am sipping on a little bit of high volume. Recommended is 1 scoop for anyone under 160 pounds. I just mix it with water. I know people mix it with Monsters or some other kind of caffeine related drink. I just prefer water for now. I really only tried it about 4 or 5 times and water seems to do okay. So I'm sipping on it now. I'm going to head to the gym to do some legs, quads and hamstrings. But I'm going to lace up and get out the door and kill some legs today. I just got to the gym. I work out here at our local Y, which is also where I work. So I'm about to head in. I'm going to roll out and then I will take you through my workout. Today I plan on lifting heavy. Since I'm just now kind of reversing out of my cut, I don't expect to hit any kind of PR or anything like that. I'll probably shoot for 5 to 8 reps. As heavy as I can go, especially without a spotter. I'll have to be careful. But I also just wanted to kind of give a shout out to Hype Athletic Company. My boyfriend is part owner in this, and their shirts, jackets, and snapbacks are pretty sick. So if you haven't heard of them, or even if you have, go check them out at hypeathleticco.com and see what they have. They also have an Instagram that you could check out, and it is also Hype Athletic Co. So give them a follow and see what you think about them. To start off my leg day, I'm going to begin by rolling out. Roll out my glutes first because they were pretty sore from a few days ago, and then my hamstrings, and then I'll finish off by rolling my quads out. So normally the first thing I'll do is go straight to the squat bar and warm up that way, but both of them were taken this day, unfortunately, so I warmed up on the leg extension machine just to kind of get me a little pump going, and then I almost jumped straight in to my squats. Whenever I get here, I start off with 135 just because I was already warm, and I believe I do this for 8 to 10. These next 2 clips will be my first and third working sets. My first and second working sets, I got 175 for 5 reps. And then in my third one, I only got it for 4, which is okay. I want to point out that I do high bar squat. Low bar has never been something that is comfortable to me. I've tried it, but I just can't grab a hold of it. I also am a little bit wider than shoulder width apart in my squats, and toes are slightly pointed out. And then the third thing you should notice and should really try to focus on is at least getting to 90-degree angle. I go a little lower than parallel just because maybe it's habit. I'm not really sure, but I've really worked on my form and focusing on getting below that 90-degree point just to make sure I am getting the depth that I need. And here you'll see that I am driving out with my knees. And on to the next clip, it will be walking lunges. I decided to go ahead and do another quad focus movement. Here, your main focus should be making sure that you step out far enough to where your toe does not, no, not your toe. Your knee does not go over your toe. You could definitely run into issues if you do that, so just make sure you're stepping out far enough to where your knee does not cross the plane of your big toe, which you will see right there in that shot. Next, I'm going to move on to the curl machine. This normally isn't the curl machine that I would use, but someone else was using it, so I had to adjust. This one just isn't a natural feeling for me, and sometimes I feel it in my hamstrings and sometimes I don't. So I only did 2 sets here, and then I move on to straight leg deadlift, which you'll see in the next clip. Now that I'm on this side view, I want to point out that whenever you're doing, or I guess I should say whenever I'm doing dumbbell deadlifts, I like to keep my knees slightly bent and drive back with my butt. That really gives me a pull in my hamstrings and makes them super sore. I have found out that way works a lot better for me. You also want to make sure that you're keeping your back as straight as you can. If you get to the point where you're reaching down and your back is bending, then you're just not flexible enough to go down to your toes. That's okay. Just stop at whenever you feel that pulling point. You don't want to hurt your back, or you don't want to pull a hamstring. So just make sure that whenever you feel it tighten up, that's when you stop. My final movement for quads was box step-ups. I used 15-pound dumbbells here. And if you'll notice, I start with my right foot up, and my left foot is not helping me that much. You'll see a slight natural bend to help me kind of get up there, but you really want to focus on driving up with the quad that you have on the box. Last but not least, you guys, I did 20 to 25 minutes on the stair stepper just to keep myself in check, and I'm okay with this because it allows me to catch up on YouTube time. Got done with my workout as well as cardio, and I'm honestly a little bit disappointed. I didn't even get 185 on the bar for squats today. I was expecting to get at least 185 for 4 or 5, and I only got 175. What is 10 pounds, but that's okay. I understand it's part of this process. Once I get my calories back up, obviously it'll go back up. And I didn't mention I only had 200 grams of egg whites and that donut in me, so I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but it is probably part of the reason that I didn't have very much energy. So I'm heading home now to eat and finish up kind of counting macros, I guess. I'm not being too strict on myself this week. I'll get back on it next week, but like I said, I'm still doing cardio just to keep myself in check and see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hopefully I can keep doing this. It's gonna be a little hard without Landon. Once he gets back with me, once he gets out of school for summer, it'll be a lot easier, but until then I'll do it by myself for you guys, and hopefully it goes well. Fingers crossed. So again, thanks for your support.
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling.